Okay, does anybody else wear a low ponytail and get, like, everything looks fine and you flip it over and you got this massive rat underneath? Because it makes me so mad and you like can't brush through it. So then I'm just like, hide it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with Jay. He's in here, so if you hear him, no, JJ. Okay, so if you hear him, sorry about that, but Russell, my hair. Russell has basketball practice and we're just making things work. So today, coming at you with a pregnancy update for weeks 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so if you don't know how this works, like when you say you're, let's say, 11 weeks pregnant, that means you have, like, you're finished 11 weeks pregnant. And then from there, it goes 11 weeks and 1 day pregnant, 11 weeks and 2 days, and so on and so forth. So you're saying you're that many weeks at the end of that week. Okay, just so you know. But right now, I am 13 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So I thought it was a good time to do this because some people, usually it's like between 13 and 14 weeks is when they say you've moved into the second trimester. So I thought this is a good time to film a video. I do have a little like cheat sheet down here just so I can remember some things that like from a couple weeks ago. I wrote them down so I would remember to tell you. First things first, we like left off with the gender reveal. So at week 11, we did have the gender reveal. And if you didn't see that, I'll try to link it either down below or in the iCards. We're having a boy, but if you want to watch it, you can go watch it. But at week 11, the baby's the size of a lime, about 1.6 inches. And at this point, I was still feeling really sick. So this has been my, like, morning sickness wise, been my worst pregnancy for morning sickness. And it's not like they say morning sickness, but it's literally all day sickness. So don't let them fool you. You will be sick all day. I mean, you might not be, but in my case, I feel sick all the time. And about 3 or 4 o'clock, like when I get home from work, I think part of it is like, and Russell said the same thing, part of it is that like I'm just like shutting down because I don't have to be like on for my students. And I can come home and like just relax for a minute. 3 or 4 o'clock and I just like hit a wall and I just wanted to like lay down. At this point, I started noticing my stomach was getting bigger and I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't know, but I think maybe just because it's my third baby, my body already knows what it's doing. And I've been really just like, it's been a little different. Like, I feel like everything's happening faster. We did get our results back, like for the gender, but we also got the blood results. Everything came back, looked normal. So that was really good. And then I don't remember if I talked about my cysts in the last video, but I have 3 cysts on my ovary. At least they said there was 3 cysts and it's really pretty large. From the first time I saw them to the next time, it like didn't have much change. And they might rupture, they might not, it might be really painful. And so I'm just like waiting for that to happen. But it hasn't happened yet, so that's good. And then stuffy nose / runny nose. It's like the most annoying thing. Moving on to week 12. Hi, Bubba. Hi. Week 12, moving on. The baby was the size of a plum. I don't eat plums, so like I guess that's a little bit bigger than a lime. And it says 2.09 inches. And during week 12, the morning sickness was a little bit less noticeable throughout the whole day, but like I felt sick after I would eat. Like I would eat and then I'll... Can you take that to the trash? Please? You want to give me a kiss? Thank you. It's hard to film with a 1-year-old. But I would feel sick after I ate. I like throughout all this, I've worked out for a couple days and then like taken like 5 days off and then worked out and taken like 5 days off. And it's just been hard to get up in the morning and like be motivated to get the kids ready and all that and take them. But like when I work out, I feel good now because I don't feel so sick. I feel pretty good, but it's just getting it's not the working out, it's like the getting there with my children in first thing in the morning that has been a struggle. So we've kind of like tried to get a plan for me. We moved some of our weights downstairs so that if I can't get up in the morning, not that I can't get up, if I can't like have the motivation to like get up and get everything ready, that I can just go down to the basement and do a workout down in the basement while the kids are still sleeping, so we don't have to get them ready. Because that's a whole struggle in its own, and sometimes it's really easy to get them up and get them out, but other times it's like just seems like, why am I doing this to my children? Why am I getting them up, So we're trying to make it work. Still have a stuffy nose, but week 12 is kind of when like headaches started hitting me, like hard headaches, not just like an annoying one. And I don't know if it's sinuses or if it's actual headaches, but it's been rough. Week 13, which was like last week up until 13 weeks, which was on Saturday, it says during week 13, the baby's the size of a lemon, which, speaking of lemon, this week I started drinking lemon water. I'm sorry, you're being propped up by the lemon water. Anyway, I started drinking lemon water because water has been something I'm struggling with drinking. Not compared to the normal person. I still drink a lot of water compared to the normal person, but compared to like not pregnant me and pregnant me, I'm not drinking as much water as I had. So I've been having 2 big things of lemon water, one in the morning and then one when I get home from work. And I crave lemon water now. So I'm gonna have to buy some more lemons so I can drink lemon water all day because it's so good. So it's kind of funny, the size of a lemon, I'm drinking lemon water. The baby's 2.9 inches, so almost 3 inches. And of course, like it's in there and it's like all curled up, but this would be like if it was stretched out, not stretched, but like if it was just standing up. And I still kind of like feel sick sometimes, but it's mostly after I eat. And I think it's like my stomach is feeling smaller, like I'm getting full faster, but I'm like not satisfied. So I feel kind of full, but I'm like, I still want to eat. It's like my appetite working against my hunger. But I think that's kind of part of the reason why I feel sick, because I feel like stuffed up to here. And now I really feel like, Ross, hush. I feel like am like, I've got a belly. And it's not like huge, and I'll show you in a minute. But oh my gosh, I feel so big this time compared to the last 2 times. And I just keep telling myself maybe it's because I have a big cyst and there's a baby growing in there. Or, I mean, obviously it's my 3rd kid, so that has something to do with it. But I just feel so big. Something else big that happened during that week was on the Tuesday, I got really sick. It was the Monday night. I had spaghetti for dinner, and then I was just feeling weird, and I was home with kids, and then Russell came home, and I was like, I don't feel good. I'm going upstairs, going to sleep. Went to sleep, woke up, I don't know, an hour or 2 later, threw up everything, and then I threw up all night long, and it was like not the kind of throw up where it's like stuff is still coming. It's like throwing up and nothing's coming out, and I know this is TMI and you probably don't want to hear it, but I was so sore the next day. I stayed home. I laid on the couch all day long. I had to call in work. It was terrible. So I lost 7 pounds from that, which is crazy. But I had gained initially because I was eating like crap at the very beginning of pregnancy when I was feeling so crappy. So I had gained so much initially. So now I'm back to a normal like weight gain. I gained 9 pounds, which is more than I think more than both the other kids. But I'm not mad about it, to be honest. I'm still lighter than I was when I got pregnant with Jay, so I'm cool. The last 2 weeks, like I said, in week 12 and week 13, the headaches have just been just annoying headaches, long, sometimes all day, sometimes it's just for a couple hours. And then I still have the stuffy / runny nose. And then a few things that have been going on this whole time have been bleeding gums, but I use Crest Gum Detoxify and it helps a lot. Like when I first got pregnant, I wasn't using it. I mean, I still had it, but I was using this charcoal. I was just trying it out. It was like charcoal, the black toothpaste. And then I ran out of it pretty much like when I found out I was pregnant. So I went right back to the detoxify because it works really well. And my gums are really sensitive anyway. And so my gums aren't bleeding nearly as much. Also, when I blow my nose, there's blood all the time when I'm blowing my nose, especially because it's like stuffy and runny. And so there's a lot of blood out of my nose and out of my gums. So that's pretty much it for like what the symptoms and like what's been going on during these weeks. We do go back to the doctor the day before Thanksgiving. And what are you barking at? If you notice it just got really dark, go on, Sadie. If you notice it just got really dark in here, it's because my mom came over to bring a little plant, and so this quality is going to crap. But I just needed to finish up here. So I'll be there in a minute. I'm finishing the video. You want to say hi and then go play?
But I have no friends.
You have no friends. I'll be in there in 2 minutes, okay? And Baby J, take Baby J. Please?
No, I have no friends.
Okay, can you watch me for a minute? You just watch me for a minute? Watch this. So our next, like I said, I think I said already, I don't know. Our next appointment is at 15 weeks. So that's the day before Thanksgiving. And, oh yeah, another symptom, I get out of breath like really fast. But that's been like ever since I found out I was pregnant. And then I actually bought the first thing that, like the first thing I've gotten for this baby. It's just a white like hat and knotted gown. So, hey sissy. And then that's it. I bought a white one because I'm actually kind of still convinced that it's a girl. Not that I don't care really either way. For some reason, I still feel like it's a girl because I don't know if it's just because I had in my head like it's a girl for sure. I think it's a girl. Feels like a girl, but I can't get that out of my head. And what are you doing? And I think that's it. I go back after my 15-week checkup to my 19th week checkup. So hopefully by then we will get to have another ultrasound and the baby's gonna be like, ooh, like bigger. And I'm super excited. If you like this update and you want to continue to see more,
Where's Daddy?
give this video a thumbs up. He's at basketball practice. And hit subscribe and the notification bell wherever it is so that you get notified when I post a new video. We'll see you next time.